I think that defining moment would have to have been in 2006, 2007, when I said to myself, this market is overheated and we need to do something about it. And I had probably 20 something projects, maybe 25 projects that I had at some stage, if not finished with zoning, some of which I even pulled permits. And there was a lot of people coming from all over the country. That Arizona was a hotbed. Everybody wanted to be here. It was great. And they all wanted to buy. And so I made the decision at that time. I felt the market was overheated in everything from single family to commercial. And I sold almost every single project that I had, even if I had permits pulled on them, and decided not to build them. So I think that was one of those defining moments. I worked real hard in 2008 and into 2009, making sure that liquidity would be the key driving force for us at that point. And I think that was a major move. We were able to go through 2009, 10, 11. We never renegotiated one single loan. We didn't renegotiate one single contract. We paid everybody when it was due. And I'm proud of that. And so for all the things that I've done in my career, I think making that conscious decision at that time, we're going to make it through this. It may not be pretty. It definitely isn't going to be fun. And, you know, I went back to working, unfortunately, 7 days and 5 nights a week. But in hindsight, and hindsight's 20/20, I am so glad I made that decision at that time. But I think that if young people will start out with the most important thing, and that is don't sacrifice your credibility for a quick buck. Don't think that anything is going to be easy. And just because I can go walk a project in an hour and be able to give you a pretty good idea of whether or not I think it will work, doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. And it doesn't mean that it's easy. So I think that anytime somebody truly understands what my life has been about was not a get-rich-quick scheme by any stretch of the imagination. When I first started, when I was young, I had plenty of sleepless nights. I had times when, we're talking about many, many years ago, back in the 70s, and I had times when I used to have to leave bills on my desk because I had to age them like a fine wine. That was a long time ago, but I remember it, and I never forgot where I came from. So I tell young people today when I do give speeches or when I talk, I tell them just keep your eye on the ball, stay up with what's happening, be ready for change because life is ever evolving, it's ever changing, and be ready. If you want to be good, if you want to be great in real estate, whether you're on the brokerage side, whether you're in the development side, ownership side, if you want to be great, and anybody that's great will tell you, you've got to put in the time, the research, you've got to put in the work and the energy, and then, you know, you've got to have a little bit of luck too. And I've got friends that say, you know, I'd rather be lucky than smart. Well, I always say I'd rather be lucky and a little bit smart, and the combination of the two would probably be better. And so again, my best advice to people are, you know, learn everything you can learn about your subject, and then be willing to sacrifice and put in the time that it takes. There's no shortcuts, and anytime something seems way too good to be true, you're probably going to find it probably wasn't that true. And last but not least, sometimes I've learned that the best deal I've ever done is the one that I didn't do.